Hey guys, what's up? It's Kira D. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to just talk about when I first fell in love with. I've seen a lot of persons talk about how difficult their hair is, their natural hair is, especially if they have the 4C type texture, 4B, 4C, specifically the 4C. And I happen to have that hair type. Just so you get a close-up look at my hair, it was in a braid out and then I just put it out of the way. So I know that for those who have the 4C type hair, that sometimes it gets really frustrating, and some of you really don't like that hair texture. So I think I was pretty much in the same category, but I've actually fallen in love with my hair. I like my hair now. I really do appreciate it for what it is and what it brings to the table. Honestly, it was not always like that. So let me give you a background in terms of how my hair journey started. Of course, you know, growing up as a child, I had my natural hair. And you know, in those days when you have natural hair and you're a kid, in most cases, well, in my time, you had pretty much two options in your arsenal. It was grease, also known as petroleum, or gel, right? So to keep your hair tame, you greased your scalp up, you greased your hair up, and mostly what you would do with your hair is braid it. So that's what my mom would do: grease my hair up and braid it. And you know, if it's giving too much of a fight, you slap some gel on it and then you're good to go. But at around the age of 10, you know, she started talking about how difficult it was to manage my natural hair, how much, you know, how hard it was and time consuming it was to deal with my hair, right? So unfortunately, I mean, at that time, I guess I wasn't fortunate enough to have good hair, right? So what happened was, at about the age of 10, 11, my mom decided to relax my hair. That was my first relaxer at the age of 10, 11. And you know, I remember that, you know, when I got my hair done, my mom didn't do it, but one of her friends did it. And I remember walking from her friend's house, and this was my first encounter with relaxer. It's kind of like your first sniff crack cocaine, right? So I remember my hair was done and she curled it and all of that. She set it, she curled it. So when she was done, she took out the rollers, and here I had glossy, straight, bouncy curls, and the hair was like on my shoulders. So I was like walking through the village and I was like whoosh, 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 whoosh. You know, I felt like a total diva, you know, and all the boys in the village were like, okay, this all might have happened in my head, but you know, that's how I remember it. And you know, I felt like the bomb. I felt like you would not believe. And but here's the thing, the joke was on me, because by the time I got home, my mom grabbed my head, scraped all my lovely curls out with her comb, and went back to braiding me. I was like, but you know, for her, this was what made it more manageable, right? She would do the same things, but it made it a lot more manageable for her. Eventually, you know, as I got older, I did a big chop, went natural again. Didn't last because it was still hard to manage. Then I did another big chop and I went natural for quite a few years, until I got to my high school graduation, and I decided to texturize my hair just to make it a little softer and better able to style. So I texturized my hair, and when I was done, I was like in complete shock, because my hair was bone straight, and whereas they told me it would grow out, you know, in a shorter while than a relaxer, my hair to me was never the same. It grew back finer, It just was not the same, and to me that texturizer damaged my hair more than the relaxer did. I'm not really sure what it was about it, but it just did not agree with me. But anyway, I corrected it by going straight to relaxers, and I kept that until enter 2011, where I decided I'm going to go natural again. Here's where I decided to do some things differently, because I didn't want to repeat the cycle over and over again. So I started realizing that if I was going to go natural, then I had to do some research. And then that's when I found this hair typing system. Now, I know a lot of people don't use it, but just imagine, for me, I did not know something like that existed. I just knew that you had good hair or you had nappy hair. And I happened to have nappy hair, right? But now there was a system that said, for all the different types of hair, I mean, these are the things that you look for, and this is what generally happens to it, and this is how you take care of this type of hair. I was like, what? Like, my hair is a type of hair? You know, so like just finding that there's actually information out there to give me somewhere to start was fantastic. It was like a breath of fresh air. So that's the first thing that happened to lead me onto this journey to loving my hair. 2, I remember there was an incident, because after I did the big chop in 2011, and I started, just because pretty much what I knew to do was twist my hair up. So I twisted my hair up and then untwisted it, what I now know is called a twist out, right? And I remember going into a store, and there was a girl who looks to be of Indian descent. And she stood up beside me, and then she was there for a little while. Eventually, it seemed like she mustered up the courage to ask, "What did you do to get your hair like that?" I said, like in my mind, I was like, "This here?" Like, just yeah. So I said, "Well, I just twisted it and then loosed it out." And she's like, "And it stays like that?" Like, yeah. She's like, I've tried everything to get my hair like that. It just falls flat every time I loose it out. And then, you know, I walked away from the store thinking to myself, so what you're saying is that there are people out there with different types of hair, whether it's like the normal bone straight hair or Indian hair, whatever the case is, and actually envy something about my hair texture and what it can do? Like, what? You know, so that just gave me like a major boost of confidence. The third thing was actually discovering that there were lots of natural hair products out there for our hair texture. I'm talking about the kinky, not just the curly type, but the kinky hair. There were products out there designed specifically to help me care better for it, to help me easily manage it, style it better. Like, what? Like, where was this when I was growing up? Remember, all I knew was grease and gel, right? And just the fact that there were more products out there that gave me options, like, it opened up a whole new world for me, right? And then the fourth thing that I think sealed the deal for me in terms of really falling in love with my natural hair was, I think I became a student of YouTube. Like, when I found out that 4C hair existed, I went on YouTube, and there are some fantastic YouTubers out there that have 4C hair and tell you how to deal with it. Daphne Madeira, Tony Daly, I mean, and there are lots that I can call, but they open up a world for me in terms of actually identifying with the fact that I was not alone. There were people out there, lots of people out there with my hair texture, and who were finding success in taking care of it and actually growing it. When I saw that people could actually grow naturally, because I didn't know that you can grow your natural hair. I just thought natural hair was destined to be about this long. You know, the fro, always the fro. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I just did not know I had the option to grow my hair if I took care of it the right way. So having, I would say, been taught by a lot of YouTubers, I benefited greatly. And that really helped me to learn to appreciate and then eventually love the hair that I have. And then I think finally it's actually giving it time and giving my hair a chance, because I think being conditioned to just say, oh, this is just hard to deal with, this hard hair, this nappy hair, like conditioned to respond like that, took a while to change. And so once I started actually giving my hair a chance, learning about it, because even in 4C texture there are differences, thickness, fine, you know, there's still differences. So just taking the time out to learn my hair, seeing what it responds to, and discovering the successes, knowing, okay, well, this definitely won't work, and this is like, you know. So that, I think that was like the major thing, just giving myself time to learn my own hair. And then as I began to understand what made it work and what made it the best that it could be, then I actually really and genuinely started loving my hair. And right now I'm completely happy. I mean, truth be told, sometimes I do develop a little hair envy when, you know, I see certain things, because we know our hair doesn't respond the same. But I don't love my hair any less. I genuinely do love my 4C hair. So, you know, I'm hoping that there are some of you out there who would give your hair a chance and just take the journey, just begin the journey and just go with it. Give it a chance, learn as much as you can, but your hair has amazing potential, 4C hair and other hair types. But I'm talking about somebody with 4C type hair or a very kinky texture has amazing potential. So I just thought I'd share that story and hope that it connected with somebody and that, you know, it made a difference for you, right? So don't be afraid to send me your comments, questions, or anything like that. Thanks so much for watching. God bless. Take care.